a boy suddenly found himself in another realm. 4 spiritual beings appeared in front of him and asked if he believed in magic and wished to learn its ways. They told him they would show him everything, so he had to choose, to be magic or mundane. He was having a hard time believing what those beings were telling him, because he didn't even think he could learn such a thing. He hadn't even known it existed to begin with. He ended up agreeing to learn magic, so those beings took him across time and space, showing him different realms of existence. After that, they returned him to the realm they were in before they travelled across time, and asked the boy if he wished to return to his mundane life or choose magic. The moment he said he chose magic, he found himself back inside the classroom, and everyone was looking at him. Then the teacher asked him about what he had said out loud. He was embarrassed because everyone had heard him, so he simply apologized to his teacher. Another student tried making fun of him, but the teacher immediately handled that student and resumed teaching the class. After class, the students were on break. Timothy encountered his crush, who was putting her books inside her locker. He wanted to impress her, so he asked her if she wanted to see magic. She asked if he was referring to tricks, but he replied, "No, I would never trick you. I'm talking about real magic." He was so confident. He took colored papers from his pockets and held them in his hands, telling the girl that once he said the magic word, those papers would turn into flowers. Then he clapped his hands and said, "Abracadabra." Surprisingly, nothing happened. He was so embarrassed that even the girl he was trying to impress felt a little sorry for him. Another guy, who had been making fun of him earlier in class, hit Timothy with his elbow, causing him to drop the papers. He exclaimed, "That's not magic. That's trash." This made Tim angry, and he started fighting with the other student. Luckily, their teacher was nearby. She arrived at the scene and stopped them. She told the other student to go back to class and asked Timothy to follow her to her office. He tried to tell her that the other student had started the fight, but her mind was already made up. She didn't care who started it. After arriving at her office, they sat down. The teacher took something from under her desk and showed it to Tim. It was a flower made of paper. He was surprised to see that and asked if she had made it. She said, "No, it was Tim who did it with his magic." He couldn't believe what he was hearing, so he asked her how she knew he was a magician. She told him that everyone with a connection to magic felt him earlier when he made the choice to be a magician. Then she revealed that Timothy was destined to be the greatest magician. He refused to believe that and asked, "How can I be destined to be the greatest magician while I can't even use magic?" The teacher explained that just because he was destined to be the greatest, it didn't mean that magic would come easily to him without learning or practicing and without a cost. She told him that he needed to study magic and read books. She handed him one of the books she had about magic. When he opened the book, he realized that all the pages were blank. Then she explained to him that when he was ready to read what was in the book, the words would appear. Then he closed the book, put it in his bag, and asked her how he would find other books. She told him that the magic books would reveal themselves to him, so for now, he should focus on the book he got from her. He left the office and went home. When he entered his apartment, he exchanged a few words with his dad. Then he went to his room and lay on the bed. He picked up the book and opened it. Then words started to appear right before his eyes. He spent hours reading that book until it was nighttime. While he was doing that, some cult members were spying on him, watching him read the book. They didn't like the fact that he was learning magic, so they sent one of the cult members to assassinate the boy. When that cult member arrived at the doorstep of the boy's house, she didn't notice that his teacher was there, hiding her presence. That cult member tried to enter the apartment using the window, but he was blasted with magic and fell onto the ground. Timothy's teacher appeared from behind, holding a blade, and she immediately killed that cult member and saved her student. While that was happening, the boy was busy reading the book and didn't even notice anything. On the following day, while he was at school, he told his crush about the dead body that was discovered in the morning near his doorstep, telling her that the police had started investigating and had even asked some questions. His teacher was eavesdropping, and she decided to come out and tell the students to go back to class. She asked Timothy to come to her office after class. After that class, he went to her office, and she told him more about magic and the consequences of using it. He told her he could handle it. Afterward, he went home, read the book again, and learned how to make a wand. He ended up discovering that he could also use other objects as wands instead of crafting one from scratch. He chose a screwdriver as his wand. Then, he used his screwdriver wand to cast magic and made all of his toys float in mid-air. He was happy because he could finally use magic on command. After that, he sneaked out of his house at night and cast a tracking spell because he wanted to find his missing mother. He started walking, following the navigation of his spell. While he was walking, he ended up encountering evil cult members who wanted him dead. They were all holding blades in their hands and surrounded him, making sure he wouldn't be able to escape. So, before they could kill him, he used his wand to cast a spell and blasted all of them with powerful lightning magic, killing all the cult members with a single attack. He looked at the dead bodies and said, "You should have listened. I just wanted my mum back, that's all." The following day, he was sitting, thinking about the incident when he killed the cult members, and he was feeling bad about it because it was his first time killing people. He remembered reading in the book that magic has consequences. He couldn't stop thinking about the people he killed, so he rushed to his teacher's office and started knocking on the door, saying, "Please be there." When she opened the door, he told her that he wanted her help.